This is the Acer Nitro 17 AN17-51 gaming laptop, which I'll be reviewing today. It has a pretty good spec, so we'll see if this could be the best value laptop for all your gaming and productivity needs. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. So let's jump right in and take a look at what you get inside the packaging. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. In the packaging, you get a box containing a large power adapter, which has a DC connector and a power cable with a kettle connector. And finally, the laptop, which is protected with polystyrene and wrapped in a cloth bag. Taking a closer look at the laptop, it has a matte black finish with a Nitro logo and branding on the lid. It's easy to open with one finger, with it having a smooth motion opening and closing with a strong hinge. The keyboard is a good size, with it having a number pad at the side. It has a membrane based keyboard with the keys generally feeling fine. The keys are backlit with the colors being customizable, and they can be changed to cycle through the different RGB colors using the Acer Nitro Sense software. Both the interior and exterior is made from strong plastic. There's a little bit of flex on the screen, and there's some flex when you press down hard on the keys. Underneath you have some vents with some rubber pads to stop it slipping on the surface, plus it raises the laptop slightly to assist with airflow. Spec wise, it has a 13th gen Intel Core i5 13500H processor, 16 gigs of DDR5 SDRAM, 512 gigs of SSD storage, and there's two graphics cards, so an integrated card and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050 GPU that has 6 gigs of memory with an NVIDIA Advanced Optimus, allowing you to switch graphics cards depending on your performance needs, making it capable of handling the most demanding games. The screen has an IPS panel, which is nice and large at 17.3 inches. It's full HD with a 16:9 aspect ratio, so 1920 by 1080p. It has a 720p webcam and supports Wi-Fi 6 together with Bluetooth 5.2. This spec costs just under £1,300, but there are other configurations of the Acer Nitro 17, so check out the link in the description below for the other specs and prices. Upgrade wise, you can increase the RAM to 32 gigs or increase the storage. In terms of size, I've added the dimensions on the screen, and it weighs in at 3.25 kilograms, so not the lightest of laptops. At the sides and back, you've got some vents together with your ports. So on the left, you've got a gigabit LAN port, a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A port, a micro SD card reader, and a headphone jack. On the right, there's some light indicators for your hard disk activity and power. Then there's two USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A ports and a Kensington locking point. Coming around the back, you've got a power input, a HDMI 2.1 port, two USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type C ports supporting DisplayPort over USB-C, Thunderbolt 4 and USB charging at 5 volts 3 amps. The IPS display has an anti-glare panel that's full HD with the bezels around the screen being generally thin at the sides but thicker at the top due to the webcam and microphones being there. It supports a 165Hz refresh rate and has 100% DCI-P3. The color and contrast levels are good, feeling vibrant and sharp, so a good option for creativity work like video editing or Photoshop. Brightness levels are good and the display doesn't wash out even in a bright room. Viewing angles are generally good from all sides with just a minimal reduction in quality when viewing from an angle with minimal backlight bleed, as you can see here. The overall clarity and sharpness of the screen is really good, with it providing a large screen real estate on the 17.3 inch display, which is perfect when gaming or using it for productivity purposes. The laptop comes with Windows 11 Home 64-bit edition and has the Acer Nitro Sense software, which you can launch by using the dedicated key on the keyboard for it, and this allows you to change performance modes. But just to note, this will affect noise levels as the fan levels increase to keep the laptop cool. If you're using the laptop on battery power, you're limited to eco and balance modes, but with the power plugged in, you have the addition of performance and turbo modes. I performed a benchmark test on the CPU using Cinebench R23, and the results were quite positive, with the single core CPU test coming in at number 7 and with the multi-core test coming in at number 4 in the ranking, so generally quite impressive. Testing out the laptop with some gaming and performance wise, it's actually pretty good with the 13th gen Intel Core i5 CPU and the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050 GPU and the 165Hz refresh rate on the screen. I've played a number of different games on it, and with the in-game graphics set to medium to high, performance was good with it being really smooth as it supports G-Sync. The display quality was great, providing excellent contrast levels, vibrant colors, together with great brightness levels. Noise levels wise, with the mode set to turbo, when you're gaming it gets pretty loud with the sound levels getting to around 54 decibels, and in quiet mode it's a more acceptable 36 decibels, and this is with ambient levels in the room being about 35 decibels. To give you some example FPSs with the mode set to turbo and the in-game graphics set to medium to high. So playing Fortnite I was getting 137 FPS, on Apex I was getting 151 FPS, on Forza Motorsport I was getting around 82 FPS, and on GTA 5 I got around 117 FPS. In terms of response time, it's good at just 3 milliseconds with the 165Hz refresh rate, and as it has a HDMI 2.1 port, you're able to connect the laptop to an external screen to enhance the gaming experience even further. So here I've connected it to my LG OLED G4 TV via the built-in HDMI 2.1 port. I've got HDR turned on, and picture quality was pretty impressive at 4K 144Hz. On Fortnite, gaming on medium settings, I was getting around 130 FPS. And when purchasing any laptop or any PC from the Acer Nitro or Predator gaming range, you get 1 month's Game Pass that grants access to a massive library of games, including new releases and AAA classics. The Predator laptops and desktops are optimized for the PC Game Pass, offering a smooth and immersive gaming experience so you can play solo or even team up with your mates with the PC Game Pass, giving you a lot of choice to explore different game genres and provides you with a method to have your games which is much cheaper than buying them individually. So definitely a big bonus when you get this laptop, as it gives you the opportunity to try it out. Switching over and connecting the laptop to my sim cockpit, which is from Next Level Racing, and my monitor is the LG 45GR95QE, and I'm using the Logitech G Pro wheel and Pro pedals. It coped perfectly with F1 2023, again with graphics on high and performance mode set to turbo. I was getting 95 FPS, giving a great racing experience with it being smooth and responsive, making it ideal for all your gaming needs. On to general usage, the keyboard is nice and comfortable to work with the added advantage of having a number pad at the side if you needed it, together with media controls too. There's ample space on the keyboard for your wrists, with it having a nice large trackpad. The backlight keyboard is good to work from, especially if you're using it in the evening. It has a built-in webcam but doesn't have a privacy cover. However, you do see a light come on to indicate the webcam is active. It has a 720p resolution with the quality being okay. Nothing amazing, I'd say. There's also 2 built-in microphones located on either side of the webcam, and my voice that you're currently hearing is the quality to expect from it, with me talking about 40 centimeters away from the microphones. Text clarity is good when working on documents, and the screen was more than adequate for creative work using Photoshop and Adobe Premiere, with the 17.3-inch display being a great help for editing videos, as you can see more of the timeline. And it's no surprise, streaming on here with Netflix or YouTube worked perfectly fine, with the screen being more than adequate to give a great experience. Battery life wise, I'd say it performed pretty well, with it lasting around 8.5 hours on a video playback test, and this was with it using the internal graphics card, but obviously flipping over to the NVIDIA graphics card, I was getting around 1.25 hours when gaming. There's 2 speakers located at the front sides that are downwards facing. They aren't bad with clear sound, but they are a little bit tinny with no bass at higher volume levels. They wouldn't replace having a good headset, but okay for general usage. Have a listen to this. So in summary, the Acer Nitro 17 gaming laptop is a pretty impressive laptop. Powerful enough to cover both your gaming and productivity needs at quite an affordable price, making it a good choice if you're after an all-round laptop. It has a great screen quality and the speakers are great too, with it having a HDMI 2.1 port that's capable of outputting 4K at 144Hz with ease, and at maximum performance the cooling did a great job in keeping the laptop cool to provide an excellent gaming experience, with the RGB lighting on the keyboard looking great. Negatives wise, with the laptop in turbo mode, it was quite noisy due to the fans trying to keep the laptop cool, but this is the same on all gaming laptops. Storage is limited to just 512 gigabytes, but you can upgrade this if necessary. And in terms of weight, it's not overly heavy, but at 3.25 kilograms, it's something to be aware of if you're getting this laptop. But nevertheless, at this price and performance, you're getting good value for money. So there you have it. You've come to the end of another video, and I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. If you have any questions on this, let me know in the comments below. And for those of you who've got to the end of this video, please leave a comment with Acer Nitro, as it's nice to see who's got to the end of my video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You can follow me on my socials. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to be notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing, and see you in the next one.